place we're going now is a different location, and it's called the Neutral Buoyancy Lab, which the acronym that NASA is land of acronyms is the NBL. And all that means is it's a big giant pool. It's 200 feet long, it's 100 feet wide, and it's 40 feet deep. And it's the biggest indoor pool in the world, and that's where we practice our spacewalks. And it is a really fun place to go to, and it's very realistic what we do. As far as preparing you for your job, those are fun days when we're out there working at the NBL. Wake up early. You get up about 6 in the morning, get yourself ready. We try to simulate what we're going to do in space, so we try to run them 5 days in a row like we'll do when we're in space. When you come here, you got to eat a good breakfast because you get locked in that suit for a long time. And it's the same way in space. You're inside of that thing, you got nothing to eat. They only give you a drink bag. You get 33 ounces of water, but that's all you have inside of there. So you want to make sure you have a really good breakfast that day. And then you come in and you start getting ready. You have a second breakfast, because again, there's not gonna be anything for you to eat inside of there. We get a physical, the doctor sees us, and then we put on our stuff. We wear a fancy pair of long underwear that has a lot of tubes in it. That gives us our cooling, because you're in a self-contained spacesuit, so you can build up a lot of heat load. So we wear this fancy underwear that has water going through it to keep us cool. And then we put all that on, and we have a brief, and then we get into our spacesuit, and they lower us into the water, and we go to work. We'll get in trouble if anyone falls in, so don't fall in. One of the fun things about coming down here is that the divers in particular are fun to work with, and you get to know these guys really well. Plus, they're keeping you safe. They're actually safety divers, so if you would have an emergency in the water, they're going to grab you and keep you safe. So you want to be nice to these people, too. You know, you have this relationship with them where they're in the water with you, they're helping you get ready. They're a great group of folks to work with. What we have in the water is we have a mock-up of the shuttle payload bay, and that's what we work with HUBBLE, and we can fit a full truss segment of the space station inside the water as well. So it's a huge pool, but it needs to be this big so you can fit a space station and a space shuttle in there at the same time. You know, I'm not a very strong swimmer. I grew up in New York, and I was one of these really skinny kids. But I get to NASA, you know, and you get selected as an astronaut, and I was really excited about becoming an astronaut, you know, and I get this letter in the mail, you know, they follow with a package, like an information package. I'm like, oh, this is great, you know, here comes my welcome to becoming an astronaut package. I open this thing up, and it says, you know, well, congratulations, you know, and welcome. We look forward to having you work with us and everything. And then, like, the second paragraph talked about the swim test. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck is this? And I couldn't imagine, what does space have to do with swimming? You know, why do I have to swim? But when kids ask me, what's the most challenging thing about being an astronaut, I say the swim test. For me, it was the toughest thing, but I got through it.